we are here to bring you live action from the skyx.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 22-23, powered by Fan Code. We're coming to you live to bring you yet another exciting contest this evening. Beautiful, picturesque grounds here in Dubai. 7 districts versus Future Mattress is the game. It's match number 14 of what has so far been a very exciting contest here in Dubai. Without further ado, let's go down to the center. Ahmed Khaja was down with the 2 captains.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ICC Academy Oval Ground number 2 for the skyx.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023, powered by Fan Code. It's the second match of the double-header Saturday, match number 14, and 2 exciting teams in the middle out here with me. It is Future Mattress, led by the well-known champion Rohan Mustafa. We have Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee, and Mohammad Haider, the captain of 7 districts. Is going to be Rohan Mustafa to flip. Heads is the call. It has come down as tails. So, Rohan, you have won the toss. What have you decided?
We will bowl first.
And what is the game plan behind that?
I think, as you saw later on, there is a lot of dew, so then you can chase it on, and bowler don't get help, especially the spinners, because it ball doesn't come in your hand. So that's what we looking for. Let's see.
2 wins out of 2. You are coming off a player of the match performance. How is the confidence with you and in the dugout?
Yeah, of course we have a very good side. Of course we have Yasser, we have Asif Lala. That means like Hamid Khan. We have very good batting side. Yeah, of course. I try to take responsibility. I try to stay on the wicket, because you don't know, something can happen if your 2-3 batsmen get down. So as you know, Asif Lala got out. So I was thinking to take match a little bit deep. Even I spoke to Yasser. So that's what we did. And after 10 over, 12 over, then we started hitting and we scored more than 200.
Any changes to the playing 11?
Lukman is here, he's playing, and Jammu is not playing. Laghari is in place of, I don't know.
Best of luck for the game, Ronnie.
Thank you very much.
Heather, let's have a chat. Unfortunately, you lost the toss, but if you had won it, what would you have done?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all viewers. Actually, we would have batted first anyway, so I guess the toss went in both teams' favour.
And what do you think is a decent target? It's looking like a pretty grassy pitch here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's a grassy pitch. I think that there was an earlier match played on this, in the afternoon, and there were some good runs scored. I think 191 scored in the first innings, and I think chased down with a few balls left. It looks like a good pitch. Obviously, it will assist the bowlers up front, but I think if the batsmen apply themselves, there are some good runs to be scored here, and we're talking about 150, 160. I think based on our bowling attack, we should be comfortable.
And you're starting your tournament playing against a very strong side. Is that an advantage that you get the biggest side out of the way early, or is it a disadvantage? And what do you reckon?
No, I think it's an advantage to our side. Yes, Future Matches are star-studded side, but at the same time we're playing some very good cricket in the last 2 months or so, and we're confident that we're a good side as well, good team. And I think it's a good thing that we get to play them first up. So there's, I think, no pressure, nothing to lose. I think we go out there, we play some good cricket, and you never know.
Best of luck for the game, Heather.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right then, news from the centre is that Future Mattress have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
Yeah, not a surprising decision here at the ICC Academy Oval. We've seen quite regularly that the ball does move around early on before it becomes easy to bat. So Future Mattress, captained by the very well-known name of Rohan Mustafa, and his counterpart, Mohammad Haider, will be locking horns with each other. Some big names in that Future Mattress team: Yasir Kaleem, Asif Mumtaz, Asif Khan. These are names that those of you who are associated with UAE cricket will recognize. And we look forward to a good game here. They've won the toss. They will bowl first and try to take advantage of that early movement here at the ICC Academy Oval under lights on a beautiful evening that has given us a lot of good cricket so far, and we expect that there'll be more. Ahmed Khaja has made the run back into the combox. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty relaxed, sitting in a cozy AC room here. Let's run through the 2 team lineups for you. Rohan Mustafa, the captain of Future Mattress, of course. Yasir Kaleem, hard-hitting wicket-keeper batter. Asif Mumtaz, Asif Khan, Mohammad Hamid Khan, a galaxy of stars. Syed Haider Wasisha, the young firebrand. He's been in superb form. Umair Ali Khan, aka Jani, the star all-rounder of the side. Tahir Latif, left-arm leggy. gets a game tonight. Hazrat Luqman, right arm fast, and Shoaib Laghari completes their 11. And for 7D, you have Mohammad Haider, the captain. Shehzad Ali, Mohammad Zamir Abbasi, left arm tweaker. Mohammad Kashif, wicketkeeper. Lahiru Sandarwan, Mohammad Saghir. Abdul Ghaffar, left arm quick bowler. Very, very skillful, very, very talented. Mohammad Farooq, Shahid Nawaz. Haider Ali, the left arm spinner. And Hafiz Almas completes their playing 11 as well. So two strong sides locking horns on this double-headed Saturday. Looking forward to this contest. Right then, the two openers out there in the middle for 7 districts is going to be Saghir Afridi and Mohammad Kashif opening up, alongside our two umpires, Vipin Singh and Asif Iqbal. And Rohan Mustafa leading out his men, looking quite sharp in yellow and brown.
Yeah, if the first match was anything to go by, we will see some movement off the pitch. And future Mattress do have the kind of bowling that can trouble any team on their given day. We'll have to wait and see what this wicket holds for these batters and how they approach this innings. Generally, you find that batters are a little watchful, little cautious in the first few overs, and then they bring out those guns and the artillery to really go big and finish strong. We've seen big scores in this tournament. Will it be another one with a big score, or will it be a low-scoring thriller?
Well, it looks like Rohan Mustafa will be taking the new white seat from the school end. Mohammad Kashif will be facing. Taking a look at the field, there is a deep square leg and a long on in place immediately for Rohan. Yasir Kaleem, the man behind the stumps, wearing that iconic baseball protective gear. Yasir Kaleem is the only wicketkeeper in the UAE who I know that does that, but it works for him. Right then, match number 14 is underway. Right out of the middle of the stick immediately for Kashif.
Yeah, in complete disregard to what I just said, I thought they'll be opening with fast bowling, but Rohan Mustafa decides that spin is the way to go here.
This one just shaping away from Kashif, very watchful. Of course, a top 10 T20I all-rounder in the world is Rohan Mustafa. Has served UAE for years and years. Outstanding player, more than 50 caps in the T20I format for the UAE.
There's lots of conversation about him missing out in this year's World Cup campaign.
Down the leg side, fired in. Excellent keeping by Yasir Kaleem. So 7 districts are underway. And yes, most certainly, we did miss his presence down under. But he has plenty of cricket left in him. This time paddled over fine leg. Beautiful execution of that pickup shot for the first boundary of the night.
Rohan Mustafa has been pushing it. He's been pushing it quite fast. Kashif recognizing that early, getting down on one knee, and that paddle sweep, which has become a very common shot in the T20 format. Can't even call it innovation anymore.
Well, he gave you a trailer, the ball previous, and now it's the full feature film there. Nicely put away. Confident shot. Tucked into the leg side, but there is a catching mid-wicket in place. Mohammad Azhar, left-arm spinner of a very, very high quality indeed. He'll have a role to play tonight. And you can see Rohan Mustafa absolutely racing through his over. Cautiously driven down to long on. So Kashif's technique looks in good order, Samir.
Yeah, he's been watchful, as you always find batters early on in the innings. And Rohan Mustafa hasn't erred too much. He's been nice and straight. Just that one delivery that Kashif really got down and manufactured a shot for that boundary. It's been a decent start from both sides. They both feel like they've gotten a good start. Now, this last ball from Rohan Mustafa is going to be important. If they can keep it quiet, it'll be a good start for them.
Fired in down the leg side. Saghir Afridi, well, he's a go-getter. He only knows one way to play. Can he get himself off to a start? Slightly vulnerable first up. Oh, fired into his pads. Tucked into square leg. So a steady start for both sides. 8 for none. Well, this is very, very interesting. It's going to be 2 spinners to open up for future Mattress. Mohammad Azhar taking the new ball from the academy end. Rohan has placed himself at wideish long off. And I'm looking for the second fielder. He's at cow corner. There you go then. Interesting tactics, Samir.
A raw sight for me in my short commentary stint here with you guys. 2 spinners from the 2 ends to start the innings off. Ooh.
Oh, that almost snuck through. Saghir Afridi was shaping up for the cut, and that armour almost disturbed his furniture.
You have to be very careful when you're making room to cut early on. You remember, it's a new ball, it won't turn as much.
Once again, just trying to blast it through the offside. Like I mentioned in the previous over, he is slightly vulnerable at the start. Looking for that early boundary.
Yeah, and this seems to be a good ploy from future Mattress. Not giving them pace early on. Lots of flight there from Azhar Muhammad. And Saghir is really looking to go big, and you really have to bring out all that energy to play shots when you're not getting pace from the bowler.
Well, I think his partner needs to have a word with him. Just take a single. Don't be so frantic at the crease. Plenty of time in the game. This time he goes downtown. He's connected. And it's over the side screen for a maximum.
Yeah, he was shaping up for that from the first ball. Similar looking shot. This time it was up there enough and in his arc for him to clear that leg and hammer that downtown for a maximum.
Well, that's the way Saghir Afridi plays. It's in the name. Slot ball and dispatched. Big shot that was. That'll give him some confidence. Mohammad Azhar wouldn't mind. That's what he wants the batter to do. He'll be in the hunt. Very intelligent, experienced campaigner. This time over extra. Hint of room. And Rohan Mustafa can't catch up to it.
He played that very smartly. Was pushed slightly outside the off stump. He didn't want to go leg side or straight. There are big gaps on that offside, remember. Still the power play. 5 fielders on that offside and long off as well. So all he had to do was get that in the gap.
cautiously played. Productive over for 70, 18 for none. Rohan continues, beats the outside edge. Lovely delivery, just shaped away from the right-hander.
And not so much spin we've seen from Rohan Mustafa. It's more like seaming the ball around despite with the spinner's action.
Steps away and powers it over mid-wicket. Nobody out there. That's a top shot from Kashif.
And that's a risk you take when you're bowling spin early on. If you give it in that slot, there are so many open spaces in the power play. Moment it goes above the 30-yard circle, it's almost certainly a boundary. And Saghir and Kashif have recognized that and realized that they can take those risks in this power play.
They're doing it really well indeed. Well-timed aerial shots against both spinners. And then rotating the strike for once. No chance for a run out. Mid-on. It was Azhar himself. And it was a late call of no from Saghir Afridi.
Yeah, going by some of the names we've seen in these two teams, it's definitely going to be a better fielding display than the first game we saw.
Using his feet and tucked into mid-wicket. That's better from Kashif. They've been busy at the crease, both batters. And you had the option of Umair Ali Khan as a seam bowler. Bowls a beautiful leg cutter. Perhaps he'll come into the game if both batters continue to be aggressive against the spinners. Oh, flicked over fine leg. How has he created that shot? Brilliant.
Magical risks there by Saghir Afridi. Just down the leg side, and how quickly he's turned around and almost done a full 360 with the bat to put that behind the fielder at fine leg. Look at that. A bat going in the complete different direction. Make 180 over there.
Incredible shot. Rohan, he's still smiling, but he'll be smarting. 15 off 8. It's a quick start for Saghir Afridi. He's that kind of player. Doesn't hold back. A real daredevil. Quicker one, sliding across him. Beaten for the speed. 27 for none after 3. So after some consultation, it's still going to be Mohammad Azhar to continue. I think they feel they have a chance against Saghir Afridi in particular. Went for 10 in his first. Oh, he stumped him. There you go. Mohammad Azhar gets his man. That drifting arm ball gone through him, and Yasir Khalil with a stunning stumping.
Came down the track, Kashif, expecting the ball to be flighted by Mohammad Azhar. But this time Azhar chooses to push it through, and that's gone straight through the gap. Good work by the keeper. Good pick up, good stumping. So Kashif's little stay comes to an end. First wicket goes, he goes for 10.
So Lahiru Sandurwan coming in at number 3, getting an early opportunity in the power play. Mohammad Azhar, well, you can't underestimate this man ever. Oh, playing off the back foot, that's very risky indeed. That almost snuck through there, Samir.
Especially when there's no turn on offer here. It's just coming straight at you. It's a crime so early on to get on the back foot to a left arm spinner when you're a right hand batter. How many times have we seen right hand batters hanging on that back foot and falling prey, LBW? Ooh.
Oh, how close was that? Goodness me. This is not a good game plan to play Mohammad Azhar off the back foot.
Living dangerously, the Sri Lankan. We go have a word with him. Countryman to countryman.
Yeah, you have to use your feet. Need that front foot press because he's setting you up and you will be in serious trouble. Mohammad Azhar, wonderful control of the new ball. Oh, inside edge onto the boot. We're getting closer.
If this was happening anywhere in Sri Lanka, I can guarantee you the coaches will be screaming their lungs out from the dugout saying Issara hata gahanna, which means play on the front.
Yes, absolutely. Well, he's lost his patience going for that big hoik on the leg side. Mohammad Azhar, he's weaving a web around Lahiru Sandurwan right now.
Yeah, there's some sort of impatience from the 7 district batters. They've got off to a good start. I'm not sure why they want to tonk every ball out of the park. Ooh.
And he's bowled him this time. Well, his tortuous innings comes to an end. He gets the armour right on the money. And Lahiru has been sent back for a 5-ball duck.
Never looked comfortable, Lahiru. Tried to go after every delivery, made room in the first few. In the next couple deliveries, looked to slog. This time also trying to slog that from outside the off stump, got nowhere close to it. The ball staying under his bat and going straight on to hit the stumps.
It's a double wicket maiden from Mohammad Azhar. Fantastic bowling, 27 for 2. Well, 1 over has completely changed the complexion of this match. Look at that overs timeline for you. Wicket, 4 dots, wicket. Mohammad Azhar, absolutely brilliant bowling. And Mohammad Haider, the skipper, has come out to bat at 4. Saghir Afridi, well, they need him to play a long innings now. An impactful innings. Smashed over extra once again. And in fact, this is a 6.
The previous over reads wow. Saghir Afridi says, time for you to say wow for my shots.
Well, the dad jokes continue to flow from the comm box. I apologize to our audience watching on the ICC Academy Facebook page, CricTracker and fan code. We'll get plenty of those throughout the evening. This time, has he caught him? Has he got him? Yasir Kaleem is convinced. And what a catch behind the stumps. Incredible.
This is what they've been doing. Future Mattress, every time they get hit for 1, the next ball they come back and pick up a wicket. Rohan Mustafa, it's time for him to join the wicket-taking party. Mohammad Saghir, his short entertaining innings comes to an end. 21 of 11, 33 for 3.
Well, what a catch that was by Yasir Kaleem. Wonderful hands. And 21 of 11, Saghir will be desperately disappointed. 33 for 3. Mohammad Farooq moment coming in at number 5. Plucky, gutsy character. And he's in very, very early. Both batters yet to face a ball. It was such a strong start. Just throwing the wickets away. Rohan Mustafa on the hunt. A big in-swinger. And Mohammad Farooq right behind it.
Yeah, he looks like a spinner on Mustafa, but he's darting in those seam deliveries. Asking a lot of questions from the batters. Farooq has come into bat. Oh, look at that. Swinging away from the batter on that short run-up. Gives you very less time as a batter to adjust, doesn't it?
Well, last time I checked the world rankings, Rohan Mustafa was number 6 in T20I all-rounders, and now you can see why. Such a canny bowler, mixes it up beautifully, takes the responsibility as well in the power play. And they're just throwing their bat at everything and not connecting at all.
Loving the camaraderie between the two teams. Lots of smiles and conversations between the batters and bowlers. These players know each other quite well.
In-swinger, and has he bowled him? No. He's broken the bat. He's broken the toe end of the bat. Big smiles on everybody's face. And we need the 12th man to get out there. End of 5 overs, 33 for 4. Well, take a look at this, Samir. Right on the toe end. And that piece of wood flying across. Well, Rohan Mustafa has done damage in more ways than one to 7 districts. Well, you cannot get the ball out of this man's hand, that's for sure. Mohammad Azhar, 2 wickets already to his name. Fantastic bowling. That use of that drifting arm ball has had 7 districts in all sorts of strife. They're already 3 down within 5 overs. Now it's over to the skipper, big tall lad. He'll need to use that big stride of his, Samir.
He has literally got a spring on his step, a nice little jump there before he delivers the ball. Haider Ali has a big role to play here for his team.
Well, you did mention Haider Ali. He's a left-arm spinner, so certainly he will have a role to play. And they need Mohammad Haider, his namesake, to deliver some runs with that big willow in his hand.
Hearing a lot of Haiders lately, so you can forgive me for that confusion.
Oh, off the pad, sliding down leg. They will scamper for 1. Waiting for the umpire signal. Yes, given as leg buys. So Mohammad Haider, the skipper, remains on 0.
Yeah, they'll have to be careful here. Maybe just watch out Azhar, because he's bowling really well. Nice and straight stuff, not giving much room to the batters. Watch him out. Perhaps go after the other bowlers that are to come.
He's so accurate with it. It's like he has the ball tied on a string. Powered off the back foot. Rohan Mustafa, still one of the most brilliant fielders in the UAE. Look at that pick up and throw.
Yeah, tried to get that in the gap, in the cover region. But all he got was Rohan Mustafa there patrolling the mid-off area. It's hard to get the ball past him.
Slower in the air this time. Very, very watchful indeed. And even he's going through his over very, very quickly. Of course, now with the new ICC regulations, the over rate is given utmost importance. Otherwise, you get penalized during the game itself. Oh, squeezed away into the leg side. And he'll scamper for 1 to get off the mark. 36 for 3 at the end of power play. So Rohan Mustafa to bowl out. I think that's the right tactic. He's bowled superbly. 1 for 23 in his 3. Can he nip out one more just before his spell ends? Gentle outswinger squeezed away to point. Beats the fielder. They will pick up one.
Yeah, it's Azhar who's in the wickets column, but you got to give credit to Rohan Mustafa as well. He's created that pressure from the first over, hasn't allowed the batters to get away. He has a couple of loose deliveries, maybe too many extras, but other than that, he's really troubled them, hasn't he? Those gentle outswingers sometimes shaping in. That Yorker that we saw that almost broke the bat.
And I love the sync he has with the keeper Yasir Kaleem as well. Big drive through extra. There is a sweeper out there. Now that the power play has gone by. So the run scoring is just going to get even more difficult here, Samir.
Yeah, a power play that has clearly belonged to the bowling team. It's always good when you start off well as a bowling unit to pick up those early wickets. But what's more important is that keep that pressure up.
Big in-swinger down the leg side. Once again, immaculate take there from Yasir Kaleem. Makes it look simple. Although it's one of the toughest jobs. Keeping up to the stumps to a medium pacer. The way Rohan is bowling tonight. Really firing them in. Oh, beats the outside edge. That just straightened off the pitch there.
And not much of footwork from Muhammad Haider. Not really sure whether to get on the front foot there. It's been a really good spell from Rohan Mustafa. If at all, those wides may be a little chink in the armour, but otherwise, get that respect. Good respect to that ball from Haider.
Love the way he's been mixing it up. In swingers, out swingers. Hitting the seam as well. And even the full tosses are being blocked right now. He's cast a spell over them.
Yeah, good start this by Future Mattress now. As most teams unfortunately do, they become complacent after picking up those early wickets. But this team has a few very good names, experienced.
Attempted Yorker, and that will conclude Rohan Mustafa's bowling for the night. 1 for 26. Excellent spell as always. 39 for 3.
Right, we've got a change in the bowling. Asif, another spinner. We've not seen any fast bowlers this evening. Very interesting this from Future Mattress. They have had success, so might as well continue with the spinners. Good casual vibes there from Asif with the cap on the other way. Speaking of casual vibes, we've got a nice man with a lot of positive vibes in the comm box. Abid Ibrahim, good evening to you. You've been busy all day.
Thank you very much, Samir. This has been hammered, hit straight in the air and into the hand of Wasi. What a great take that is, and Asif known for picking up wickets, and yet another one for him.
I'll tell you, Abid, we've seen some drop catches all day today. Both the teams that played earlier, there were quite a few drop catches. So it was almost in my mind that this is going to go down too. But Future Mattress, well, they hold on to their catches. That's barely held on, if at all.
It took a while for the team Future Mattress, but right now it is Mohammad Farooq who departed, and he only could manage to score 2 runs of 7 deliveries. Not a good scenes here for 7 District. Shahzad, the new man, would be walking in. He'll be under pressure because it's 4 wickets down already, Samir. We just scored 40 runs and he really need to bat well. I doubt it's really a pressure moment for someone who walked in and seeing the spinners ruling.
Yeah, like I said, very rare sight here, at least in my short commentary career here in the UAE. The few matches that I've done, it's always been the fast bowlers that dominate early on. But we're yet to see one today. It's the spinners who have picked up all the wickets and done all the damage.
Yeah, that's what I think you need to do. Spend some time at the centre. The more you be able to drag the game, I think that's the only option left for 7 District.
Yeah, they'll have to look to bat the 20 overs now. Just make sure you don't give away any cheap wickets anymore. Make the bowler work hard for it. And then just get smaller targets. Get to the 10 over mark first. See where they are. And then get those. At least try and get 4 to 5 runs and over. They seem to be in a hurry, Future Mattress, to finish this first innings off.
Yeah, well, the batters really want to spend some time. You never know. You can see that this man, Asif Mumtaz, can bring up that Dusra as well. So the way the defensive tactic from Shahzad can fire back.
And he's in a hurry, isn't it? He goes back, turns around and starts bowling. Very wide of the crease. This is that confidence factor about him. Look at him in the way he bowls and comes in. And that's well respected by Shahzad.
That was the delivery I was talking about. The way he just released that ball. If that would have bounced slightly back, you might have seen the ball turning other way around. The Dusra.
The last ball of the over has been negotiated by Shahzad, who hasn't looked comfortable at all. 8 overs, 7 districts are all over the place. 41 for 4.
A big name here. He's been not getting a lot of games here and there, but then he's an exceptional bowler. Tahir Latif. What a bowler he is. Left arm leggy.
Chinaman, a rare sight these days in T20 cricket. It's a lost art almost. We have one in Sri Lanka. Sandakan. He's been out of the team lately, but someone who always pops up, picks up wickets in the domestic scene. This has been hammered down down and the offside. A run after a long time for 7 districts.
Yeah, we do have few names here in UAE as well. It's just Tahir Latif who went on. He played for the UAE as well. We have upcoming talent, Khalid Hassan, who can bowl with the left arm leg spin, and there is Faris Faisal. Also, thank you, Ahmed Khwaja, helping me with the names to collect. These are rare breeds that you find.
A leg spin as it is such a difficult art, and to do that with your left arm requires a lot of, what can I say, control and agility, which Tahir Latif seems to have a good amount of control, at least from the few balls that we've seen. Could have been a run out there, a risky a tumble to finish with.
Yeah, Lagari there. I doubt highly that the way he's defending this ball, if the ball takes a slight bit of sharp turn, he might be trapped in front.
But the thing is, Abid, we've barely seen any turn today. It's just been straight stuff. The batters have been playing some very ordinary shots to get out. From Rohan Mustafa to Azhar to even Tahir now. They haven't turned the ball. It's just been straight stuff. Look at that. You just have to play with a straight bat. And that's what they've failed to do. They've tried to go long, they've tried to go mid-wicket, they've tried to go square, and that's how they've lost their wickets.
Yeah, the last wicket going out was not required that big shot to come up. Yeah, that's what, beautifully bowled. Turned away from the right-hander, and a very good over. 2 runs coming off it only. It's 43 for 4.
Asif is back with his quick leg spinners, off spinners. Hard to judge sometimes with the action. Let's push down the offside for another single. So this is exactly what 7 districts will have to do. Keep pushing them in the gaps and get those singles. Try and get a few twos here and there. Hit them in those big gaps. He's got a deep mid wicket, a long off, long on as well. There's a field in the sweeper cover and a deep square leg. So those are the 4 outs, 5 outside.
I'm just still gathering myself together if I'm seeing Asim Mumtaz and Rohan Mustafa both at the same team. All that you need to do is just angle it in and just bowl at the right areas. Never mind if you're not getting wicket, but then you're containing some runs.
And that's one of the secrets to successful bowling, isn't it? We talk a lot about batting partnerships, but there is this thing called bowling partnerships as well. You have one bowler who creates that pressure from one end with those dot balls, and then that allows the bowler from the other end to pick up those wickets. But he's created the pressure on this side. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Beaten outside the outside edge. And that's what good teams do. They create these bowling partnerships and they make sure that both the sides are being attacked.
Yeah, they want to run, they need to be hurry. Oh, now maybe they can run for a single. Asim Mumtaz should be standing behind the stumps, not in the front.
And they won't mind that, future Mattress. They've not let down on the field so far. Just a one-off mistake. But yeah, overthrows are always something that you want to avoid. You don't want to give away free runs. They've created a good bit of pressure here on the 7 districts. Really stuttering along, 46 for 4. Just about to finish the 10th over. Want to keep that pressure going.
Yeah, it's that kind of a day. Trying hard and the field set is planned perfectly. If you're halfway through, it's 46 for 4. Tahir Latif to continue, and his ball slightly full, but another dot ball. Joining me is AZ in the com box. Welcome, Ahmed Khwaja.
Thank you very much, Abid. Finally reunited after a fair while. Good to have my usual partner in crime in the com box. Oh, struck on the pads and just pitching outside leg there, Abid.
Yeah, I think yes, pitching outside leg. Not worth a shout there, but Tahir is trying to take the ball away from the right-hander every time. Let's give a try to bring the ball back in.
This one sliding across Shehzad there. So Tahir Latif bringing out all the tricks with his experience and quality. Relentless use of spin by Rohan Mustafa tonight. Oh, inside edge. It's a no ball as well. That's a rare side, Abid.
Yeah, as a spinner, you don't bowl a lot of no balls because usually it's the fast bowlers. Well, to be honest, there are a few fast bowlers who never bowled a no ball in their career throughout. Coming to know is one legend from Pakistan, Imran Khan.
Yes, absolutely. So a free hit on offer from Mohammad Haider. 4 of 17. He's belted it straight and beats the mid off. He will pick up a boundary.
And get somewhere beyond 50. But I think it's that kind of a time when you give easy no balls and then you get hit for 4. You get the Shuckles break.
Yeah, even though they're completely bossing the game, Rohan Mustafa will not be happy with that. Oh, nicely bowled. Look at that flight. Fantastic bowling. Bringing the batter forward.
Yeah, if you can do that, I think sort of that unplayable deliveries when you're 4 wickets down. You can't be trying for big shots. Yo, where is he going? Bowled it further away from Haider. I don't know what he was up to.
Meanwhile, over has come to an end. 53 for 4. Asif Mumtaz into the attack. It's a skyer towards the long on deep mid wicket. And wonderfully taken there. Good catch in the outfield. Asif Mumtaz gets his man. Umair Ali Khan with the celebration.
Yeah, his trademark celebration there. He found Vasisha there around the corner there. He's safe as a house. He doesn't drop many, and that's was not required at all. He couldn't have the patience to take the game deep, and it was simple catch in the end for Umair Ali Khan. A wicket comes in. The spinners are ruling the roost here. It's Mohammad Haider walks out. Faced 21 deliveries, scored 9 only.
So Abdul Ghaffar coming in at number 7. Hard hitting batter, known more for his left arm swing bowling, but he certainly packs a punch, Abid.
I think at the moment he is the most dangerous batter, but I think with the half wicket down, but he'll be least bothered about it. Yasir Khalil just want to know about how he's feeling. Is he gonna get going and stick around for maybe another 50 from here, Abdul Ghaffar?
He goes downtown immediately for 6. What a shot from Abdul Ghaffar. That went like a missile.
Well, he was charged. The moment he came up, he's gone for a half a dozen. Look at that. Getting off the mark with a maximum. That's only Abdul Ghaffar can do.
Well, that barely got off the ground, but went the distance. And the spectators near the side screen need to watch out because this man is warming up. That was just his warm-up shot.
Yeah, and now actually he's warming up. It was, I think, slightly full, which came under the radar on the zone where he likes to hit the ball. Oh, good comeback there from Asif Mumtaz. Bowler just came in with the arm.
Yeah, he pushed it through there. I don't think he's going to be flighting anything to Ghaffar anytime soon. Good contest.
Not sure he was passing through that side screen or something. Maybe he wasn't ready, he was watching. Yeah, the idea is to bowl him onto the pads. Maybe now Asif Mumtaz got a better of Abdul Ghaffar, seeing him not so comfortable when the ball darts in.
Two very experienced players. Let's see what Asif can produce here. Oh, inside edge. And straight to the fine leg with a misfield. Well, that's poor. Giving away needless runs. He was just trying to set up Abdul Ghaffar there. Hazrat Luqman at fine leg. Just taking his eye off the ball.
And it's very important to save these singles because you're just letting the pressure off.
Shehzad is also a big striker of the ball. Paddled around the corner but straight to the fine leg. 60 for 5. Tahir Latif will continue into his third over, still hunting for a wicket. Once again, you can see that the lines have been slightly disturbed because Abdul Ghaffar is at the crease.
Yeah, because they're just trying to feed him on the pad, nothing giving him on that arc. The way he started. Oh, it's back to the bowler, didn't time it. That was from the toe end of the bat.
Yeah, he has terrific bat speed, Abdul Ghaffar. Add to that his natural power. Very dangerous customer coming in at number 7. Big swipe once again, didn't connect. And it's only going to be 1.
Well, if I'm the captain, I would bring the 5th fielder inside just to add up, cut down these easy singles.
Yeah, that's a decent idea. Completely agree. Invite him to play a big shot. Shehzad looking to be aggressive. Swipe across the line, bottom edge. That could have gone anywhere, Abid.
I haven't seen so many dot balls together in any form of the game. Now this game is getting a great grip when you see the bowlers dominating, especially when the spinners are at the top.
Yeah, a galaxy of riches in this future mattress side. Steps across his stumps. Was looking for that big shot through square leg. Only a bottom edge for 1.
But everywhere I see, it's full of stars. Hamid Khan now. Tahir Latif, former UAE. Asif Lala. Asif Mumtaz. Rohan Mustafa. Umair Wasisha.
This time it was the top spinner there from Tahir, mixing it up nicely. Yeah, this future mattress side 1 through 11, very experienced players, former UAE international players, current UAE international players. They have built a side to dominate the Arabian Cricket League. Can they go all the way?
Oh, that was, I think he got it completely wrong. And that is also a challenge for the leg spinner, though you are right hand or left hand. Soon you see the left hand and right hand batting together. It's difficult to just grip the ball. Nicely, yeah, very nicely bowled. That brings the over to an end. It's 64 for 5 at the end of 13. We waited and has hit it up in the air. Oh, good efforts in the field, but that was just hit in the gap. No chance. Asim Mumtaz doesn't seem to be happy.
Yeah, the fielder wasn't in the right position there. Big hoik across the line from Shehzad. That's the way he plays.
Yeah, that's what you need to. You need to bring your A game up. Your team needs you to stick around. He faced 18 deliveries before this 4. He was at 4 runs only. So that's too much. You're playing a 20 overs format.
Yeah, they don't really have a release shot against the spinners. That's the problem. They're not really rotating the strike, playing with soft hands, trying to glide the ball behind point or towards fine leg. When you're going with hard hands at the ball constantly, it'll be a problem. Oh, once again, that drifter into the pads of Ghaffar.
I think the most important task for Asim Mumtaz is to get Abdul Ghaffar out here. All they are waiting is to get past this man's spell, because he's bowling his final 3 deliveries to go. And his spell will be done and dusted. Rohan Mustafa has bowled out, so no more off break.
Very cautiously played indeed. Well, they think they're going to play out the spinners. They don't realize Future Mattress has
plenty more to come. Yeah, Mohammad Azhar is also there. Oh, this one, a top spin, a top class by the top class bowler, Asim Mumtaz. I just tapped it for a single that concludes the over. 14 gone, 71 for 5. Shoaib Laghari being introduced into the attack, known more for his batting prowess. Let's see what he can produce with ball in hand. I think it's going to be trial by spin throughout the 20 overs for 70, and so far they have not withstood the challenge. Well, they drill down the middle order. This just blown out the openers, but the only spinners. Good classical off-spinners action. Nice release. And he gets side on. Puts that action from the hips. Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to do. He's bringing the ball in with the angle as well. A bit of turn and a bit of the angle. If you keep it on that area, it's a good tactic. Especially with the left-hander at the crease. Flighted and drilled through extra cover. That has set the grass on fire. Flighted well, but given him a little too full. It was easy in the end for Abdul Ghaffar just to smack it. Find the gap. Yeah, too full, too easy. Such a big backlift there for Ghaffar, and he's a sweet timer of the ball. So Shoaib Laghari will be put under pressure here. Oh, going towards the leg side, that will be a mistake. You just hit a beautiful shot through the covers. Why not try to repeat that? Yeah, don't try to play the cross-batted shot because you never know. Shoaib might bring one armour in, and that would do for Ghaffar. Oh, very good ball. That kept slightly low. But I think because he got hit for 4 runs, it was clearly because he pitched it full. He pulled his land slightly back, and now you see the batter is struggling. Yeah, let's let it go there. So you need to target one bowler, I think, AZ. Well, easier said than done. Even Shoaib Laghari is bowling beautifully here. 3 dot balls on the trot. Ghaffar not enjoying this off-spinner from around the wicket. Oh, poor delivery. Hit in the air, just short of the long off. 77 for 5 with 5 overs to go. The fast man coming up. It took 15 overs for a fast man to come in. to bowl from ICC Academy, and it's maybe right time to introduce my co-commentator, Samir Yunus. Welcome.
It's been good fun. Bowler dominated, a very rare sight in T20 cricket. Starts off with a short one. Lukman. The one thing that I'm really impressed about future Mattress, forget about the performance tonight, but just the way they've presented themselves. Spinners bowling with their caps worn the other way, fast bowler wearing that nice little headband. Real cool vibes about this team here today. And you're right when you say they've assembled a star cast here for their team. They're definitely dressing like stars.
Indeed, it's full of stars, the team. Banging it shot. I doubt that should not be given for one for the over. No signal from the umpire.
It's been spin dominated. Good to see a fast bowler coming in. And this partnership between Abdul Ghaffar and Shahzad. Yes, Shahzad is going very slow, 11 of 23, but it was needed given the time and the context. It was 50 odd for 5. It was started to look very ugly for 7 districts.
He's just trying to bang the ball shot. I think there is a wicket who's just got slower, especially if you see the full page where there is a dry area and there is shot when the center of the wicket, it's a dry area. That is the patches where the wicket is maybe slow.
And he's also seen his spinners, his teammates, whenever they've bowled full, Abdul Ghaffar has really punished them. So that's why he's decided he's going to try and go short. He's got a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket to take those catches if it does pop up with a top edge.
Yeah, maybe he worked out on Abdul Ghaffar, knowing that he's a little bit weak on the short ball.
Yeah, it's been a decent partnership here for not good by any means. That run rate is far behind what they'll need to be, but it's been a mixed bag of caution and aggression. They've had those dot balls against the spinners, respecting the good balls, and every once in a while they've gone for that big shot. Some have come off, some not so much. So maybe not out of the coaching manual, this approach, but definitely has worked so far. They've given some respectability to that score of 7 district. It's still not enough. Now from here on, they'll be looking to at least cross that 100 mark to give their bowlers something to work with.
Yeah, I think 7 district is more than batting a bowling team. Yeah, and you see the change in the length because the batter has crossed now. The right-hander came in, Shahzad. He knows that I can go full now.
Yeah, it's good thinking. Very intelligent cricket from Lukman. Playing according to the batter in front of you. Not just going with blind strategy. Rohan Mustafa at mid-on, obviously. Very experienced cricketer. Will be giving him all those tips that he can.
Charged it. Advanced down the track, and that finds the gap as well. That will be 4, and might be we'll see more of these boundaries coming in because we are getting into that fag end of the innings.
Yeah, that was slapped, wasn't it? He stepped forward very early on. Lukman tried to pull it back on a good length, but it was outside the off stump. So all he had to do was slash the bat at it as hard as he could. Took a thick part of the outside edge and one bounce into the boundary above the hills into the forest.
Yeah, somewhere in the bushes. We need to get the new ball back in. Maybe that will take time.
Yeah, the fielder's gone for a walk looking for that ball. He seems to have found it. Rohan Mustafa and Lukman in the frame there talking to each other. Well, the one time we've seen the fast bowler come on. It's been spin dominated all day. All evening, I'd rather say. Very rare sight in T20 cricket, but it's worked for future Mattress. They've bowled very well. Had 7 district on the back foot from the first ball. And as a result, in the 16th over, they still only managed 83 for 5. Now here, these two have got their eye in. They've settled well. They need to have a target of how much they want to finish with at the end of 20.
Good change of pace. Yeah, that's what you need to do as a fast bowler. They expect you to bounce back hard. It's 83 for 5 at the end of 16. Shoaib Laghari coming in, round the wicket for the left-hander. Oh, he's been punished straight to the fielder. He finds one fielder patrolling that whole area.
Yeah, when you're bowling to Abdul Ghaffar, you've got to be very careful when you're pitching it up. If it's in his arc, if it's in his zone, that ball usually ends up beyond the boundary line. So you'll have to be careful here. Shoaib Laghari, he's bowled a good first over. This is the business end of the innings. They'll be looking to accelerate now. 7 district.
Well, there is few batters who get their weaknesses up, that they're not good with the full and delivery. But as they spend time at the centre, they get better. So both of the batters now, they have well passed now their time, they're well settled, they can see the ball nicely. It doesn't really matter for them if you bowl it short or full, they can apply themselves.
Oh, that might be going down leg, so the bowler not that interested. Oh, that's a little shy at the stumps by the keeper. I'll tell you what, the one person that we haven't appreciated much tonight, Abid, is the wicket-keeper, Yasir Kaleem. The spinners have been absolutely darting it in all evening, and he's collected them with relative ease, to be very honest. Even those that have gone to the leg side for the wide, he's been superb behind the stumps.
It's clearly his season in the past and now as well. He's not only done a great job with the gloves, but with the bat also. He's scored some volume of runs. Massive improvement on this. Charge in, steps out, hit it straight. And a flat for a maximum. Flat 6.
For a moment, that fielder had long off thought he was in business, but that came at some speed. And it just went flat over his head. Even if he wanted to, I don't think it would have been advisable for him to put his hand up and attempt that, because that was travelling.
Yeah, that was well away from the fielder. That's the speciality you see from Abdul Ghaffar, that he's fearless. When he hits it, it stays a hit. Another one. This time, oh, no chance for the fielder yet again. Much needed boundary. Now they need to accelerate, and that is what Abdul Ghaffar is up to.
Tossing it up on that fourth stump line. Abdul Ghaffar likes it there from the little that we've seen of him. He swings the bat hard, and when he gets a good part of it, it's more often than not that'll end up behind the boundary line. So a little bit of acceleration here for the 7 districts. They've moved on to 95 now. For the first time, that run rate looking a little better than what it was. Over 5.5 and over. We're looking to get up that, just somehow past that 120 mark.
He wanted to hit it over the covers, but he found it, the ball, because it just took a pause after hitting the surface. So there was a turn, but nevertheless, 2 runs and a big over here, coming to an end. 97 for 5 at the end of 17.
Lukman, the fast bowler, just a 1 over. He'll continue now as we get to the end of this innings, and it has gone right up. The fielder is getting underneath it, and he'll take it with some relative comfort there. Just to remind you again, we've seen a lot of catches drop this afternoon in the previous game, but not too many tonight. Future Mattress are good fielders, and they've picked up another wicket.
Yeah, it was a big wicket in the contest of the game. He was settled, looking for big shots, not getting it nicely. That was gone way up in the air, and this man, Umair Ali Khan, is safe as house. Beautifully came underneath it and taken, and made it look so simple. That's the end for Shahzad, and he scored 16 of 28.
Life is good.
Hafiz Almas for 7 district. I think it's more important to give Abdul Ghaffar the strike. He's glided towards the third man. That's what you need to do. Just bring the big man on strike. Abdul Ghaffar might handle Lukman better.
Yeah, he's hurt you, Abid. Given that strike over, that's the right thing to do. And they've finally broken that partnership, Future Mattress. They needed that wicket to be taken. Shahzad never really looked too comfortable on the crease. It was Ghaffar who was doing all the heavy lifting in that partnership. Now he'll have to start again though. He'll have to team up with Hafiz Aslam. See if he can somehow get his team across that 120 mark, because it's some kind of a psychological advantage for your bowlers. That's been hit. That's been hit high and handsome. That's gone over the ICC Academy board. That's the biggest 6 I've seen in a long time. Abdul Ghaffar is a strong man.
What a way to bring 100 for the team. And he just found some force behind the ball, and that he's been put it away. That was massive. Monster hit. Oh my God.
It wasn't even on his strong side. He's generally strong on the leg side. That's been hit over long off. We've got 186 sixes in this tournament. Wow. That's a lot of sixes in just 14 games.
Yeah, they're averaging more than 10 at least every game. A shake of a start there for 7 district. Now they're looking to build. Oh, he visibled all these 3 stumps, and that's a massive wicket when they were just looking good, and Abdul Ghaffar lost his wicket.
I'll tell you what, had he just stayed where he was, he could have easily tonked that down to long off with those big levers that he has. Look at that length. It was easy there to be hit, but he chose to walk across the stumps. Not sure what he was thinking. Lukman saw that early, went straight for the off stump, and he was visibly happy getting this big wicket of Abdul Ghaffar. 34, he made a well-made 34, much needed in this game. And he goes, the score is 104 for 7 now. Right then, Lukman has picked up the all-important wicket of Abdul Ghaffar and he's fired up now.
And I was just still wondering why Abdul Ghaffar had to take a long step out and showing all these 3 stumps That too against a fast bowler, inviting him to bowl me full. Maybe he thought that he'll be bowling short, because the way Lukman started, he was bowling those short length deliveries. Maybe he thought he'll be trying to trapping me, pulling the length back.
I'll tell you what, confidence can sometimes make you do great things, but it can also make you do some very silly things. And on that occasion, Abdul Ghaffar trying something very different. That's short. Tried to rattle up the tail ender. Had to duck for it. Umpire doesn't call it a wide. So 18 overs completed, just 2 to go. 105 for 7. Spinner to bowl the 19th over. Looking to get down on that one knee, Zamir, with his red pads. Very flashy looking pads. He just gets off single. Azhar has bowled really well. He's the one who created havoc at the top of the innings, picked up those 2 wickets early on and created a real dent in this 7 district batting lineup. And from then they never really recovered, except for that little cameo from Abdul Ghaffar. Now they look to swing at everything. These 2 batters, Hafiz and Zamir, they don't really have much of a choice, just 10 balls to go in this innings.
Yeah, it's penultimate over. They need to cash and really need to work hard. They have to score some runs to give something for the bowlers to defend. I think if they bag 120 plus, they'll be happy. Well, that's been hit up in the air, and we'll go for 4, I reckon. No, it's a fielder.
In fact, that has been taken, Abid. He looked to go leg side, but the ball rushed to him, didn't really get to him as slow as he thought it would, and that has gone straight to the hands of the fielder there, who takes a good catch again. The future batters have caught really well this evening, and they pick up another wicket thanks to their good fielding. He goes, Zamir. It's 107 for 8.
Shot goes big. The moment he's coming, is it a massive 6? That was long way up in the air and somewhere at the school around the ICC.
Well, how often do you see a tail ender walking in and going big with his first ball? He doesn't have time to sit and relax and watch the ball. All he had to do was come and just swing, and wow, has he swung hard or what? It's gone once again into those bushes to our left. I'm surprised they found the ball the 2 times it went there. It's quite dark in there.
I'm not sure who's throwing from there back. But if I'm the fielder, I wouldn't be going there to get the ball because it's too dark.
Look at that field setting. There's a leg slip, almost like a catching fine leg. He heaves that to the leg side and gets a couple of runs, which is good running on the batsman's part. Shahid is here to do one thing, and that is to swing and swing hard.
I haven't seen a slip in for that matter in the penultimate over. Some attacking cricket here from Rohan Mustafa. He charged, he hits it. That was a big, another massive 6. Great hitting This is from Shahid. What a cameo.
Yeah, put your fielders anywhere, doesn't matter. Shahid's just going to clear the boundary with ease. It's another 6. So this innings finally gaining some momentum. Look at that, down the track and a wild swing of the bat. That too ends up far, far, far behind the boundary line. 121 for 8 at the end of 19.
Hazrat Luqman to be bowling the fun lover, and I think that's a right call to take. The fast bowler will be bowling only 3 overs, Samir.
Yeah, I look to beat him for pace. Generally, tail-enders, they get hurried by fast bowlers who can really crank it up. And Luqman, from what we've seen, he likes the short stuff. The tall, lanky guy. All the bearings of a fast bowler with that long hair, the headband. He likes to drop it short and trouble the batsman, really rattle them up. This time it's the Yorker length. After that short one, surprises the batter. Oh, it's a direct hit. But he's buried.
Yeah, they got Team Future Matter slightly excited there with the direct hit. It's always exciting whenever the fielder hits the bails directly. And I think it's a right time to bring the fast man to bowl the final over. I think if there was any other fast bowler, I think Umair could have bowled that penultimate over. Could have saved those at least one hit.
Slow one, makes room Shahid, doesn't read the pace, and it's another wicket for Luqman, who's rattled the stumps now for the second time in this innings. 3 wickets for him, and this 7 districts batting is just falling away. They've lost their 9th wicket now for 122.
Yeah, the wicket is falling like a pack of cards. And look at this, 14 runs. I would say that 14 run will give us a game. What a good knock that is. Sensible coming in, knows that there is nothing left to be sticking around. He went for his shots, played some fearless game and got the runs for the team. 122 for 9.
Reach over there.
Hyder Ali, the last man coming in. Tell you what, he can bat, I think. I've seen him batting in few games. Oh, maybe there was a chance of a run out.
Could have been an early finish had that been a direct hit. But it's not to be. There's 2 balls to go. Luqman has bowled a brilliant spell for his captain. It's the spinners who have dominated the whole game, but the one lone fast bowler has been given the responsibility and he's done it so well. Picked up 3 wickets and hasn't gone for much either. Short stuff again, a big top edge, and that might just clear the boundary. No, in fact, it's taken. Deep fine leg was positioned just for that. Very well planned and executed there by the fast bowler Luqman. So 4 wickets to him. Dropped it short, went right up, and a regulation catch for the fielder at fine leg.
2 wickets and given 2 runs in the final over. What a great planning and a great execution. Asif Khan takes the catch right underneath it, and it's the final wicket. It was just departed. They couldn't play all 20 overs. It's 123 runs what they could manage in all allotted 20 overs. They were short of 1 delivery, which went down the hill and over here. You see the batting started collapsing from the front. Mohammad Kashif scoring 10 and Saghir scored 21. Nothing impressive apart till Abdul Ghaffar, who scored the most runs for the team, 34 of 24. And in the end, they could manage to score 123 for all out.
Has been a good performance by Future Mattress bowling team. All of the bowlers coming into the party. Lukman Hazrat in the end, the only fast bowler picking up 4 wickets, but it was all that damage was done by Azhar early on. 3 for 28 from him. Very good bowling there. All of the spinners contributing, except for maybe Shoaib Lagari, who went for a few. Everyone else chipped in and kept picking up those wickets. And that story, the wicket fall of wickets column, will tell you what happened with the 7 districts batting team.
Yeah, let's look at the highlights, how the things have panned out. Well, we'll see that later, but now it's almost runnable occasion here for Future Mattress to win the game against 7 district. It's 6.2 required run rate. When we come back, we'll see how Future Mattress takes this.
Right then, the two future mattress openers are out there in the middle. Asif Khan and Hamid Khan. Two absolute go-getters, daredevils, power play specialists, champions. Call them whatever you like. They love to get on with the game. It's a meager target of 124. Complete no-show from the 7 districts batting, apart from Abdul Ghaffar and Shehzad. And joining me in the comm box for this initial power play spell is going to be Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, Abid.
Good evening, Ahmed. Thank you very much. And looking at this game, as the spinners have started for future matches, but not the case here with the 7 district. They want to go with their ace bowler. They want to begin with Abdul Ghaffar.
Left arm swing bowler coming in from the academy end. Here we go. Back of a length and cracked straight to cover point. Looks like a pretty easy paced pitch. Ghaffar very, very skillful. Can swing the ball both ways. Let's see if he can pry out some of the wickets here. Very, very strong future mattress batting lineup indeed. Once again, back of a length, not looking to pitch anything up to Asif Khan. He knows he'll throw the kitchen sink at it. And they will be quite disappointed with their batting effort. We saw no less than 17 overs of spin from future mattress, and all of them were quite effective. Asif Mumtaz, Muhammad Azhar, Rohan, Mustafa as well, alongside Tahir, Latif, and even Shoaib Laghari was used in the bowling attack. So they had a certain game plan for sure. Down the leg side and no chance for the keeper. That's going to be 5 wides. Well, that's a shocker from Abdul Ghaffar to say the least. And 5 runs will be added to the tally. Just got it completely wrong with the line there. No chance for the keeper Mohammad Kashif. A rueful look on his face. And that's not the start that 7 districts wanted. It's the first game of the Arabian Cricket League tournament this season. And the captain at the toss felt it could have been an advantage, but they had nothing to lose. Well, they lost plenty of wickets, that's for sure. They were bowled out within their allotted 20 overs for a paltry 123. This time onto the body, squeezed away into the leg side for a dot ball. Both of these men, Abdul Ghaffar and Asif Khan, have played a lot of first-class cricket in Pakistan for Lahore. So they must have faced each other plenty of times. Good to see them plying their trade in the UAE domestic scene now. It's really raised the standards, and Asif Khan, well, an absolute champion, has represented UAE at international level. One of the champion batters in the UAE. Absolutely no doubt about it. Struck on the pads, big appeal. But might have pitched outside. Umpire Vipin Singh looking away. That was mighty close. But I reckon it did pitch outside leg. Trying to get that in-swinger going to Asif. Let's take a look here. Yeah, sliding down leg as well. A good contest between an outstanding fast bowler and a superstar batter. It's always engaging to watch. Of course, you can watch all of the Arabian Cricket League action on the ICC Academy Facebook page, CricTracker on YouTube, and the Fan Code app in India. Plenty of interest, plenty of buzz about this tournament. The top 16 sides in the UAE. Quick single attempted, and Hamid Khan will scurry through quickly. So Asif Khan is underway. And if you think Asif Khan is dangerous, well, Hamid Khan, he has absolutely no respect for bowling of whatever caliber. He'll throw the kitchen sink at it. Fast hands, beautiful, rapid bat speed. And he can make mincemeat of any bowling attack in the UAE. Let me tell you, I've seen him do it time and again. Outstanding, clean striker of the ball. Haider Ali, the left arm spinner, patrolling the mid-on region, just having a word with Ghaffar. He might be sharing the new ball with him. Very skillful left arm spinner in his own right. So deep third man and a catching deep mid wicket. Interesting. Perhaps setting him up for the short ball. Yeah, that was cutting into him. Just guided it to point for a dot ball. 6 for none. So there will be spin opening the bowling from the other end for 7 districts. Mohammad Zamir Abbasi, very good bowler, very canny, very intelligent, knows how to mix it up. But it will be a stern examination with the likes of Asif Khan and Hamid at the crease. And he's tall for a spinner as well. So he'll get that extra bounce out of the surface. They need him to pry a couple of batters out, put some pressure on Future Mattress, who remain undefeated in the tournament, especially that opening game versus Pacific Group. Fantastic bowling there from Uzair Khan, not in the side today. Defended 12 runs in the final over. Here we go then. Zamir into the attack from the school end. Punched hard off the back foot, and Asif Khan caresses it through the gap for an easy boundary.
Yeah, it seems that he is on to what we know for Asif Khan. He loves to play these shots. He drills down, he sparks it away. What a glorious shot. The first over going only for 6 runs. That's a positive sign for 7 district, but I think 6 runs is what the team Future Mattresses need to score. But in the power play, they might be looking to score slightly more than 6 runs in over.
Yeah, I think they want to get on top of the run chase early on in the piece. Look to maximize the power play. And spanked even harder from Asif Khan. Short wide. It's going to disappear.
Going on a back foot on that shot. You saw the ball might take a slight bit of an extra bounce. There you go. Just splashed it at it beautifully. And mind you, it's a lot of dew out there in the ground, so it will be difficult for the bowlers to grip the ball. As you can see, the towels are already out.
Yeah, Zamir is struggling. Not finding his radar, dropping the ball short. And you cannot bowl that to Asif Khan. He'll wake up at 3 a.m. and whack you for 6s. He's that kind of a dominant player. Looks to impose his will on any bowler in the UAE. Plenty have suffered at his hands.
Yeah, he played some unbelievable knocks. And the man right you need in your team, who's got a solid defense and attack as well. Shot. Steps out, just the over of the cover for 4 runs. Great shot.
Well, he didn't get to the pitch of it, but went through with the shot. And sailed over mid-off for an easy boundary. So he's dealing in 4s. He wants to end this contest early.
Getting closer to the ball so that he can negotiate with that turn. Not allowing Zamir to take a turn, and these are 3 boundaries back to back. Well, if you're a bowler, you'll be scratching your head to thinking what need to be bowling next.
And that just shows you the intelligence of Asif Khan. He knew after those two half trackers, he'll pitch the ball up. And with mid-off up, of course, he was going to step out. Fantastic batsmanship. And this time he clears his front leg and slaps it down the ground for a maximum. Up the hill and over it.
It's getting better and better only for Asif Khan. This time just positioned and went slightly on a back foot. There you go, clear the front leg. And he knew it at maximum the moment it left the bat. Great shot from Asif Khan.
Well, all I saw was a streak of white flying towards the school in the background. I barely saw it. 19 of just 9 deliveries, Asif Khan.
Imagine what the bowler would have seen. He would have seen the ghost by now.
Oh, he's very scary indeed, Asif Khan. He terrorizes bowlers. He eats them for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Countless times I've seen him play match-winning innings, especially in the biggest matches, Abid.
Some fearless batter. He knew it that the mid-off is up. And that's where he's targeting. Still I can see the mid-off is up. The two-man outside is square of the wicket. You call it cow corner. And the other one is mid-on.
Yeah, trying to protect those straight boundaries. Good luck to you, Zamir. Already been smashed for 18. And make that 22. Slapped over extra cover. This is destruction from Asif Khan.
I don't know how he hit that shot. Just making room and playing just over the point. And all these 5 deliveries going for the boundaries.
Well, are we going to see the most expensive over of the Arabian Cricket League? I think if he hits this one for 6, it might be right up there.
22 of just 5 deliveries. Not the start you expected. 7 District is really on a back foot. They don't really have much to defend and they are giving 22 of 5 only. 6. Add 6 more to it. As you have asked for it, Khwaja. I think that's 4. Just confirming. No, that's gone all the way. 6 runs. What an expensive over. 28 of it.
Well, can you believe it? Asif Khan taking Mohammad Zamir apart. This time didn't get to the pitch. Went through with the shot again. And it clears the rope into the side screen. 28 runs off the over. 34 for none. Breathtaking batting from Asif Khan. Well, look at that Burj Khalifa in purple. That's Asif Khan versus Mohammad Zamir. He's not going to forget that spanking anytime soon. 90 needed of just 18 overs now for future Mattress.
Bar charging in. Oh, Hamid likes to whack that. And that ball disappeared the soon it was hit the bat. What a great shot. Hamid gets off the mark with the boundary.
Look at that bat speed. Absolutely ridiculous. The ball disappeared in the blink of an eye. Smoked over square leg for 4.
Well, when you get a small total, you're always confused with to go with the national game, or you need to plan and chase the score down, play slightly slow, but that's not the case here. They, in fact, want to go home early. They seem to be in a hurry.
Yeah, they bowled their overs quickly. 17 overs of spin. And now the current run rate is just a paltry 17.5. Well, Abdul Ghaffar, he will not take that disrespect lightly. It's even bigger. Over mid-wicket for 6. Into the car park. And that might have hit Abid Ibrahim's Ferrari.
Oh, don't tell me, don't tell me. That was the area where I parked my car, not knowing it's Hamid Khan who loves to hit. Look at that, he chopped it off the air and that went miles. What a great hit. Oh, I'm glad that did not go into that dustbin.
New balls, please. That's all I can say. Well, Abdul Ghaffar under the pump. Short ball, typical fast bowler's response. And Hamid Khan is not interested in any conversation with Abdul Ghaffar.
I wouldn't be. He'll be answering with his bat, I think, the way it's going. It's always a nice reply that any batter would like to give is with his willow in hand.
And he's just a man of medium stature, skinny lad, Hamid Khan. But give him that bat in his hand, he becomes a Marvel superhero. What a shot that was over cow corner. And what a shot this is over point. Maximum. Or is it? One bounce over the rope. I got ahead of myself there.
Yeah, they're too excited there. It's been boundaries and boundaries hit. This time clearing the front leg and very much in control over the point. Oh, that was just short of the boundary line. What a great 6 that is. Massive. Look at the current run rate is 18.
Well, they have made mincemeat of this target of 124. They seem to be in a hurry. Have they got a plane to catch? That ball is certainly flying all over the place from ICC International Airport. This time bunted. Thankfully goes to a fielder. Well, you have to feel for Ghaffar here. He's defending a small score. And Asif Khan, Hamid Khan, the openers, who would want to be a fast bowler in the UAE, Abid?
You opened a very good discussion here, Izzy, because we saw the spinners did the job for the team Future Mattress. Why we haven't seen any spinners being brought into the attack by 7 District early.
Most certainly. Slow delivery, nicely bowled, and it's a dot ball. 14 runs off the over, 48 for none. So Mohammad Zamir has been pulled from the attack immediately. Hafiz Almas coming in to the attack from the school end. Let's see what he can do to change the match situation right now. Short ball, it's gone straight up. Deep square leg, Lahiru. Oh, he's grasped it. It was a difficult chance. But when it's Asif Khan, you have to hold on to these catches, Abid.
Yeah, it's also difficult to grip the ball as well because it is wet conditions. But the credit must be given to Lahiru because he's covered lots of ground before coming underneath the ball. And this was the moment where he couldn't have the control of the ball in hand, and he's put down a big wicket. Big opportunity there. 50 up for future Mattress in just 3.1.
He had it in his grasp just when he landed, popped out. So Hafiz Almas has that pace to hurry up Asif Khan. And a big flash from Asif. He's trying to slam him over mid-wicket. But good healthy pace and bounce for Almas.
Yeah, the first thing the bowler need to do is when you bowl, you don't go too close to the batter. Maybe you'll trying to charge him up, or just like to create some conversation between the bowler and the batter. That's not the thing that you need to do here.
31 of just 13 deliveries for Asif Khan.
You will still want to charge him?
Yeah, just bowl your gentle outswingers and walk away. That's my suggestion to Hafiz. He's looking for a contest though. The nicely bowled outer half of the bat, misfield. Well, that's certainly not going to help. They will pick up one.
Well, I reckon there is one thing that you cannot afford here is the misfielding.
Yeah, it was Saghir Afridi at backward point. Just taking his eye off the ball. It's been a decent over from Almas so far. Good lines. Mixing up his length as well. But we're almost halfway to the target already. And Hamid Khan, 14 off 7. He will look to counter-attack any bowler. He backs himself. Slower delivery. Just got the line wrong. Will be given as a wide. So it's certainly been an entertaining opening partnership here from future Mattress. Trying that back of the hand slower delivery. Just got the line wrong. Looks to be a skillful bowler.
Yeah, haven't conceded any boundary here. Despite when you see both the batters are really well settled. They have got already a few boundaries and the ball is coming nicely onto the bat. Still working on the varieties, short and full or slowers. He's bringing up all the weapons that he's got.
This was slightly short and wide. Not given by the umpire. And Hamid will be disappointed to have missed out. He wanted to smash that over cover point.
Well, the line belongs to the umpire. That was slightly away from the batter. Hamid, and I think over here they know about Hamid Khan a bit, that he likes to hit on the own side, not a very good convincing player who can hit you over the covers. That's Asif Khan, who can hit you over the covers for a big shot, but not this man. He likes to whack it on the onside.
Yeah, whack is just the word to describe his batting. Oh, it's a no ball. Well, can you believe it? It was the perfect in-swing Yorker, but he's overstepped that popping crease. And it's a free hit for Hamid Khan.
Well, clearly not a day for the bowlers here. Oh, that was well beyond the popping crease. Yeah, he was appealing for the wicket, the leg before. But he's got a punishment there that he overstepped the popping crease.
Getting that late swing from that leg stump line. He would have had him plumb leg before. Unfortunately, it will be a free hit instead to Hamid Khan of all people. Well, get your helmets on. Even as spectators, this ball could be travelling. Hafiz Almas, let's see what he can produce. Maybe a change of pace. A slowie. Oh, he's gone pace on and gone through him. And look at that extended run up. Giving a bit of a look to Hamid Khan.
Well, he's fought really well in this over. Haven't given any boundaries. but you don't really want to charge a team who's just defending small total now. You don't have much to argue with these batters who's ball watching really well. They are just swinging the bat here and there.
Yeah, he looks a talented prospect, certainly. Has genuine pace, can swing the ball. Well built lad. So another exciting young fast bowler emerging in the UAE. That will get all the fans excited. And look at that pace. He's beaten him once again. Excellent over despite the no ball. 53 for none.
I don't think उसको जाने की जरूरत है.
So left arm spin being reintroduced, this time in the form of Haider Ali, coming in from the academy end with the big leg side boundary. Still a couple of overs remaining in power play. Asif Khan, I don't think he's going to mess around here. He'll look to be aggressive immediately. But Haider Ali, he's a very fine bowler, Abid.
Now we're talking about a very good bowling. The last over from Almas was going for 5 runs, and that is what future matches need. Very interesting over where we saw a bowler dominating, fighting for the runs. But when you have only 4.5 runs to defend every over, I think it's really hard for 7 district bowlers.
Swiped across the line. There is protection out there at deep square. And Haider Ali primarily looking to bowl those arm balls, not offering too much flight, keeping the batters honest. Let's see what Hamid Khan will attempt against him.
Well, I would like to see Haider Ali how he comes up against Hamid Khan, because those arm balls, if he bowls to Hamid Khan, where he loves to hit on the onside, he likes to play those cross-batted shot. It will be very interesting. Oh no, he doesn't want to bowl onto the pads, and a little bit of extra rip and a little bit of extra bounce.
Yeah, that just stood up on Hamid there. Surprised him. Bowling really well here, Haider Ali.
Big shout, big shout. Yes, no call. Trouble between the two batters as well. The bowling was not so great, and there was a chance of a leg before where the umpire was not convinced. Look at that.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, perhaps just sliding down the leg side. Bit of confusion between the two batters as well. Thankfully, the throw was at the wrong end. Needed to throw it towards Asif Khan at the non-striker. Got away with that one.
Now we have seen Asif Khan being on non-striking end for quite a while, Khwaja. Well, because of doing so, that you see a lot of batters get frustrated also. Frustration is what he need to deal with now, Asif Khan.
Bowled him. This time it's through the gate. He's got that arm delivery right on the money. And good reward for Haider Ali. He's cleaned up Hamid Khan.
Yeah, the battle is being won by Haider Ali. He's come in to take one of these wickets, and he has provided that breakthrough. Look at that. The ball has got a little bit of a jam before hitting the surface. When it just hit the surface, it was a slight bit of a pose and coming it to the right hander. Walking out is Hamid Khan with 100 strike rate.
Yasir Kaleem coming in at number 3. Already has a 50 to his name in the tournament. Strike rate is actually low per his standards, 124.
That's just 2 games that you're figuring it out. Yeah, that's where you need to bowl him when he's new at the crease. You just can't be bowling outside off to this man. It's the end of over number 5, 54 for 1. Well, it's been a fast start for Future Mattress as always. Asif Khan off to a flyer, 33 off 16. Hamid Khan just dismissed in the previous over. Run a ball 14. And joining me in the comm box for the next passage of play is going to be Samir Yunus. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. We enjoyed the Khan show up until 2 balls ago. It's all about those big sixes. Entertaining would be an understatement. So a lot of sixes and fours flying around the ground. The ball going to all parts of this, but good on 7 districts. They've managed to pull things back in the last couple of overs. That fast, that pace on bowler, Hafiz Aslam, and then the left arm spinner pull things back a little bit for 7 districts. They'll want to pick up another wicket, especially that of Asif Khan's.
Hafiz Almas continues here. And he's bowling really well, it has to be said. Good aggression, good lines, and he bowls that heavy ball, so to speak, and getting it to just shape in the air as well.
Yeah, that shape has been what's most impressive about Hafiz Aslam. And the most important thing is that he's landing it on that right spot. Hafiz Almas is his name, apologies.
Yeah, he's quite well built, powerful shoulders. And I like the consistency in his lines. Doesn't spray the ball around. And you can see it's hurrying up even a well-set batter like Asif Khan.
It's skidding through, doesn't it? The moment he pitches it up, it swings away, and then when it's short, it gets to you faster than you think it might. Asif Khan, who has been really going gung-ho for us all night, suddenly has to become a bit more circumspect against a quality fast bowler.
Yeah, it's a very good contest here. I think he might not have seen a lot of him either before, just like us. But very, very impressive indeed. Another good find for 7D. Their bowling unit looks pretty well stacked. It's the batting that they need to rectify. Down the leg side, pacey delivery. You can see the keeper is standing well back. Must be at least 20 yards away from the pitch.
Almost in that 30-yard circle. That run rate was at 1 point at 17 and 18 and over. But thanks to Hafiz Almas, they've been able to pull it back slightly, and how they would have wished they had a bit more on the board. Had they batted a bit more carefully, bit better approach, got that about 150, 160, would have seen a really good contest here.
Most certainly. Of course, it is the first match here at oval number 2 of the ICC Academy. So some growing pains perhaps. Short ball, pacey delivery once again, given as 1 for the over. He's used that short ball very effectively, Hafiz Almas. That's what I like about it. Smart bowler.
Yeah, not overdoing it, mixing it up very nicely. Once in a while he brings it out. Most of the time he's on that good length, that probing length. Once in a while he surprises the batter by dropping it short. Because of that, his figures look really good. He hasn't picked up a wicket. He'd love to pick up a wicket, especially that of Asif Khan. If they can do that, apply a little bit of pressure, they'll start believing that maybe there's an opportunity for them, a small window to get in.
Yeah, just looking to build that dot ball pressure. He's done a fine job so far. Into the body this time. Cramped him for room. Very impressive indeed.
Asif Khan hasn't looked himself subtle in the last couple of overs. Previous stint, Abid did mention that he's been spending a lot of time on the non-strikers, and so it would have frustrated him seeing the ball zip past the batters. And he's not the kind of batter who's going to just look and get intimidated by a fast bowler.
Yeah, when you're running hot, it's the duty of the batting partner to get you the strike, feed you the strike, so to speak. And that's just broken his batting rhythm. Just as we say, the bowlers have a rhythm, So do the batters. And just looks slightly out of sync. Tucked into the leg side. And he's done the wisest thing possible. Farmed the strike.
He was dealing with one currency all this while, and that was boundaries, but now he's realized that he's getting a good challenge from this bowler, so might be wise to just knock it around in the gaps and keep crossing the pitch. Get those singles, keep that scoreboard ticking, don't get bogged down under pressure.
Yeah, they only have 4 overs after all. There's not much the bowlers can do. So far, so good from Hafiz Almas though. Super impressive. He's really bowled well to 2 big names in the UAE domestic scene, and he's held his own. Outswinger to Yasir Khalim, safely negotiated. 56 for 1 at the end of power play. So Haider Ali will continue. Only gave away 1 run and picked up the wicket of Hamid Khan. Now the field can spread, offer some protection. There is a long off, long on, deep cover, deep mid wicket. I'm looking for one more fielder. Must be somewhere out there. Pushed in towards the stumps. That's what he's doing really well.
He bowled a brilliant first over. Important thing is, can he keep doing it? Can he pick up one more wicket for his team? Make them believe that he's something in this game for them. Something left.
Oh, inside edge onto the pads. Really teasing length he's bowling here, Haider Ali. Not quite full enough to take him downtown, and not short enough to play that horizontal bat shot on it.
It speaks about the spinner's talent when you're not finding turn, how you adjust and adapt and find the right length to bowl on a wicket like this. Generally, spinners rely a lot on those revolutions, the deviation that the ball takes off the pitch, but here he's getting nothing of it, and still he's been very effective in keeping the batters quiet.
Most certainly. Steps out, Asif Khan looking to create a length of his own, and he's just following the pattern set by Mohammad Azhar for future Mattress with the new ball. Just lowering his arm trajectory, pushing the ball through with those drifting arm balls, and it's been causing some headaches even to Asif Khan. Oh, inside edge, that could have gone anywhere. Fine leg was up. He will rein it in, Zamir, but they will saunter for 2 quite easily.
Yeah, that can happen, can it? When you're skidding it through, when you're pushing it hard, every once in a while there will be that inside edge and he'll miss everything. He's not happy with the keeper, clearly not. He expects the keeper to take that. But I mean, it's harsh, isn't it? When there's an inside edge like that, the keeper's not sure which way it's going. But he's bowled really well. He's trying to pull things back for his team. If they can continue this pressure for the next 3 or 4 overs, bring that run rate and the required run rate to an equal number, we'll start believing again. Again, push to the fielder. Another dot ball.
Well, that will take some doing. The required run rate just below 5, and they're going at 8.6. We'll need to play a lot of dot balls to reach that milestone to match them up. But he's doing a fair job. Only conceded 4 runs. Safely negotiated. 59 for 1 at the end of 7. Mohammad Farooq Momin will be coming into the attack. Another leggy. Fantastic fielder as well. He's a good man to have in any T20 side. Contributes in all facets of the game. And they'll need some wickets from him right here, right now. Yasir Kaleem yet to get off the mark. Slightly watchful. Coming off a very good 50 in his previous game.
The future Mattress can afford to take some time because they know they aren't chasing many. 123. Almost got their halfway mark. There's a few more to get now. Yeah, loose balls like that should get punished, but luckily for him, it's just gone straight to the fielder, one bump. Yasir gets off the mark finally.
Well, that can happen when you're in the funk of blocking the ball. When you get a hit-me delivery, you just find the fielder. But Yasir Kaleem would still be relieved to be off that dreaded digit. We're playing it as late as possible. Asif Khan is really watching the ball closely.
Again, no real turn. We've seen a left arm off spinner, we've seen right arm off spinners, we've seen leg spinners, we've seen a Chinaman too. But none of them have got any turn whatsoever. It's just been straight stuff. The successful ones have been those who've nicely used the lengths and the lines, darted some in, the variations. That's what has worked for the spinners.
Trying to cut this off the stumps. There is a gap at cover left, so they will take that single. And slowly but surely, like you mentioned, the current and required are starting to get nearer to each other. Good over from Farooq as well, only conceded 3 runs so far.
It's been a day for spinners, hasn't it? Future Mattress going all along with spinners except for that one fast bowler who picked up 4 wickets and bowls just 3 overs. It's flighted. Nice and full, Yasir Kaleem. Very simply pushing that down to the fielder at long off, crosses over for a single. And they'll be comfortable doing this.
Most certainly looking very assured. 7 District don't have many runs to play with. And of course, they'd want to capitalize on the net run rate as well, Future Mattress, to lock up that spot in the semi-finals. Once again, just played gently off the back foot. Steady over from Farooq comes to an end. 64 for 1 at the end of 8. Haider Ali will continue, bowling a very miserly spell. He's brought some sanity to proceedings. Big swipe through mid-wicket, beats the fielder. There is protection out deep. So signs of frustration from Asif Khan.
Yeah, that shot kind of indicates that he's had enough now, Asif Khan, of knocking it around. He had a superb start to the innings and now we want to get a move on from here. 41 of 30 is still a brilliant innings. But it looks like they've seen enough, they've hung around enough. Maybe it's time to step on the gas once again, get on to 5th gear.
Yasir Kaleem, meanwhile, very watchful. Just looking to build an innings here. Partnership has grown to 11 runs. certainly slowed down after Hamid Khan's departure. Stepping out and hitting it wide of the long off fielder. Only for one. So full credit to the 7 district spinners. They're doing a really good job here.
Yasir doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry. 3 of 8, can afford to do that with the kind of total they're chasing. That current run rate is now at 7.76. It's the lowest it's been all innings.
Big swipe down the ground. It will plug in front of that long on. Abdul Ghaffar posted there. Yeah, they were going at 17 and a half at one stage. So they've certainly curtailed the boundaries, 7 district, through the spinners. And that pressure is slowly but surely starting to build here. That dot ball pressure will certainly help Samir.
And you got to give credit to the fast bowler, Hafiz Almas. His over was the one that really started applying those brake pads in this innings.
Most certainly. Excellent over once again from Haider Ali. Only conceding 7 runs in 3 overs. 67 for 1. Well, if you're a fan of Mohammad Zamir, look away. Absolutely annihilated for 28 runs in his sole over. But since then, Hafiz Almas, Haider Ali and Mohammad Farooq, all 3 have done a fabulous job.
Contrasting from the spinners, isn't it? The newer balls, Amir bowling just a second over, got carted around by Asif Khan. But then the other spinners, Haider Ali, Mohammad Farooq, bowled really well. Just given away 12 runs among them in 4 overs. Picked up the wicket, that all-important wicket of Hamid Khan.
Yeah, they're just pushing back on the aggression of Future Mattress. Let's see if there will be a change of game plan soon from Asif and Yasir Kaleem. They've just looked to occupy the crease for the last couple of overs. It's only a matter of time when they go all guns blazing once again.
They don't have too much to defend. I wonder if it's a good idea to maybe finish off Hafiz Almas. He's in good rhythm, he's looking good. Maybe if he can somehow prize out a wicket here, it'll be very useful for 7 district.
Well, there's another bowling change being made here. Shahid Nawaz, right arm seamer, coming into the attack. He hit that one monster 6 into the schoolyard. Let's see if he can take that confidence into his bowling as well. Oh, it's the toe end of the bat. It's gone straight up. And it will be taken. That's a huge moment in the game. Asif Khan departs.
Yeah, you could tell he was frustrated. Lots of dot balls, lots of pressure being created, and eventually, when he saw that ball outside the off stump from the fast bowler, he flashed it very hard. Got the toe end of the bat. Went nowhere near where he wanted it to go. Feel that third man making no mistake. A good catch there. So the second wicket goes down for Future Mattress. Asif Khan makes 42. It's 67 for 2.
New batter coming in is Shoaib Laghari. Looking for some form, looking for some runs. And Shahid Nawaz, first ball of his spell, picks up a huge wicket. Can they create a major upset here, 7 districts? Can they run through Future Mattress?
If they could go back in time and somehow undo those 3 overs that they bowled, that they went for quite a few, this would have been a much closer contest. Would have had Future Mattress under the pump. Despite all of that, they've still managed to pull things back. 9.167 for generally in a T20. That's a good bowling effort.
fly slip in place. Oh, and beats him outside off. That's a beauty from Shahid Nawaz. Just getting the ball to nip off the surface.
It's quite interesting. It's the 10th over of the second innings and the ball is still nipping around despite future Mattress bowlers choosing to go with spin all along.
Well, full credit to the curators and the ground staff here at the ICC Academy. They have produced very good surfaces, full of runs. You will swing the ball, you will get it to seam around and even get spin on occasion. Really good for all-round cricket. Just batted away into the offside and Shoaib Laghari will get off the mark.
Yasir wanted to there. Laghari says, no, it's too early. I've just walked in. Let's take it easy. Last thing we need now is a run out.
And of course, they still have the likes of Syed Haider Wasi Shah, Rohan Mustafa himself, Umair Ali Khan. Plenty of batting to come. But they would like this pair to get some runs under their belt and take them home safely. Let's see if 7 District can cause them further concern. Beautiful cut shot behind point, but Abdul Ghaffar at deep third does well. Slight misfield and they will scamper for 2. Good running by Yasir Kaleem.
We're taking some time getting down. Abdul Ghaffar is a tall guy. I expect him to take some time. Generally fast bowlers are tall. They take some time to get down and field that ball. So recognizing that Yasir Kaleem and crossing over for a couple. The problem here for 7 District is that they just need to defend 54 of the next 10 overs. Had they got those 20-30 runs extra with a bit of smart batting, it would be a different game altogether.
Completely agree. Outer half of the bat squeezed away to point. They're certainly not looking comfortable at the crease. Must be something in the pitch here, Samir.
Yeah, it looks like a complete different wicket to which Hamid Khan and Asif Khan were batting. They were just stonking them around, playing through the line, and the ball was flying to all parts of the park. Suddenly now batting seems very laboured and difficult.
Well, the captain of 7 Districts said at the toss he would have batted first as well. But honestly, if they had chosen to bowl first, if they had gotten to bowl first, this could have been a very interesting game. Oh, it's gone straight up. Deep square leg. Takes the catch. And Shahid Nawaz has 2 wickets in the over. Game on.
Well, one thing's for sure, the catching has been perfect today. No chances given, and Shahid Nawaz, wow, what an over he's crunching out for the 7 Districts. Yasir, in fact, that was Shoaib, saw it shot, got excited, looked away while playing that shot, and he got the top edge, and that fielder down at deep fine leg makes no mistake. Good catch there. So another wicket goes down for future Mattress. The innings is slowly falling apart. Shoaib just getting 1, 71 for 3.
So Haider Ali is going to bowl out here. Another wicket has been pried out. Shahid Nawaz, he's having a wonderful night. And now Rohan Mustafa, the captain, well, he's had enough. He's like, let me go out there and take command of this game. It's suddenly becoming very interesting indeed. On the pads, just sliding down leg once again, waiting for the umpire's call. Yeah, it was off the pad, wasn't runs from the blade.
I wonder what the conversation must have been at halfway mark among the 7 district camp. They would have said, look, we know it's a lower total, but let's try and compete in this game. They might have the stars and the big names, but we just have to be confident, make some early inroads. They couldn't do that. They did get off to a start, but still credit to the players. They didn't lose their composure, still kept fighting, and a few good overs suddenly have got them back into this game. But they have to keep continuing to do that. They can't take their foot off the gas.
There is a deep mid wicket and deep square leg in place for Rohan Mustafa. Will he take on the left arm spinner? No, just squeezes it out to the covers for 1. They're pushing for 2. And that's brilliant running. That is Rohan Mustafa for you. Always putting the outfielders under pressure.
You just have to show them your intention that you're trying to run too. And most often than not, most fielders, they're trying to look up when they're picking up the ball, and that's when they make the mistake. Rohan Mustafa, very smart of him, bringing in all that experience.
Reverse. And he hits the gap. And the deep cover. Has he done well there? We might need to consult the TV umpire. But that was a wonderful fielding effort.
And just 2 runs signaled by the umpire. So very good fielding effort there. 7 districts not giving up.
Excellent execution of that reverse. Hit it hard. And let's take a look here. Yeah, Shehzad, he's done really, really well. Good technique. Went head and shoulders first rather than the feet. We've seen that plenty of times. And Rohan looking to be positive as always. That's the way he plays his cricket, on the front foot.
And that's what good cricketers do on a difficult wicket. They play the ball into their merits. Rohan Mustafa, from the time he's come, he's looked to do that. He's seen Haider Ali darting it down on that off-stump line. So he's played those drives and he's played that reverse sweep, which he knows is a safe shot to play when it's outside your off-stump.
Final delivery of Haider Ali's quota. He's done a really good job. Reined in the batters. And they've given him due respect as well. 77 for 3 at the end of 11. Shahid Nawaz into his second over. And Rohan Mustafa, he was shaping up to smear that over point. Just pulled out at the last minute. I wonder why.
Yeah, I think it slowed down after it pitched. We're talking about that inconsistent bounce. He was expecting it to get to him much faster, but it suddenly held up. That's why he pulled out that shot, Rohan. But Shahid has bowled a brilliant first over.
Yeah, he will like the surface. Tall bowler, hits the seam, hit the deck kind of a bowler. Just if you can exploit the surface, you'll be in business here. Oh, that's gone through him. And almost ran himself out there as well. Peach of a delivery from Shahid Nawaz.
What a ball, what a ball. We have heard all of this in the first few overs. Shahid is bowling with some fire. Look at that for a delivery. Wow. Cut him into half, didn't it?
Yeah, played outside the line to it. Surprisingly. Rohan normally doesn't like that ball coming into him, targeting the pads. So this is a slight half opportunity here if Shahid Nawaz can get it right. Only conceded 4 runs so far. Rohan steps out and belts it over long off for 6. What a shot from the champion.
I was just looking at that required run rate. It was slowly hovering above 5.5, and with that 6, Rohan Mustafa has managed to bring it down back to 5. All that pressure that they built in the last couple of overs, Rohan has come and undone all of that with this massive 6 down at the long off boundary.
Well, this man never takes a backward step. Always look forward. And look at that shot. That will deflate all of Shahid Nawaz's confidence. What a hit.
That's the problem when you're relying on the swing to trouble the batter. You become predictable. He knows that Shahid is going to stick on that good length. So he has the confidence to step forward and meet the ball where it's pitching.
That's the value of experience. Fuller delivery just clipped into mid-wicket. And now the heavy lifting for the over is done. Just from one shot. Beautiful batting from Rohan.
Quite often you see that release shot when the pressure has been built. It's not the most technically correct shot. They try to slog sweep or they play a big heave across cow corner. But what Rohan did there was very sound. He got to the track, pitch of the ball, went down the track, met the ball, the middle of the bat, and hit it where it was supposed to be hit. Hallmarks of a good batter.
That wasn't an easy shot to execute by any means. Oh, Yasir Kaleem. Well, if that had connected, that would have gone into oval 1. That's his strong zone over cover point. And looks like they're trying to open up their shoulders now. Really hunt down the score.
He hasn't looked himself, Yasir Kaleem. 6 of 16. It's nothing like him. Hasn't been the most comfortable this evening, but he's hung on. That's the most important thing. He hasn't given away his wicket. Future Mattress will want him to bat through if they are to get to this paltry total of 123 set by 7 District.
Yeah, he's a key player in the batting lineup. At one drop. Goes over extra. And that will roll into the fence. Yasir Kaleem on the offside. He's just special. 88 for 3 at the end of 12 overs. A 6 and a 4 in that. A bold move made by Mohammad Haider, the captain of 70. He's brought back his ace, Abdul Ghaffar. And even though he's been carted for 20 in his 2, I think this is a very good move, Sameer. If you can get rid of Rohan Mustafa here, then the Future Mattress dugout will feel slightly nervous.
He doesn't have much of a choice, does he, the captain? Abdul Ghaffar, left armour. Oh, that's been swatted onto the offside. That goes all the way. In fact, it's a 4 signaled by the umpire.
Well, it was too short, too wide. And he threw absolutely everything at it. Rohan Mustafa smeared it for 4 over point. Beautiful shot. He's found his batting touch once again. That's good news for the UAE national side as well.
You've got to remember when you're bowling to someone like Rohan that he's not just a strong onside play. You give him room outside the off stump, he's going to punish you. Abdul Ghaffar hasn't really found his radar all evening. You can perhaps take a leaf or 2 out of the book of Hafiz Almas and Shahid, who bowled brilliantly. Stark comparison between the fast bowlers, the way they've approached this bowling.
Yeah, perhaps that extra effort he put in the batting has put him off his bowling. Usually Abdul Ghaffar very Oh, pacey delivery. Was trying to slash that away once again. It was too straight. Could have easily edged to the keeper there.
Rohan Mustafa seems to be in a hurry because he knows if he takes the game too deep, pressure can do funny things to you. He doesn't want to leave it for too late. Try and finish his game off as early as possible. A couple of meaty blows will bring that requirement down to maybe under 20 and then really dent the confidence of 7 District. Right now, they do have some serious belief that they can somehow get a hand into this game.
Yeah, it's been a patchy batting effort from Future Mattress. The tempo has not been consistent. Oh, he's trying the paddle over fine. And it's given as a wide. Well, Abdul Ghaffar is rightly annoyed with that. I don't think that's the right decision.
Went down too early. Rohan Mustafa indicated to the bowler that he's going to play that ball, play that shot. Captain obviously not happy with the umpire's decision, but you can't do much. Once the umpire has given his decision, that's about it. There's no point bickering and arguing over it. Still not letting it go, the captain.
Yeah, even Abdul Ghaffar has reached his bowling mark. The umpire's decision, rightly or wrongly, is always final.
Some conversation with the captain and the batters too. Not taking it easy here.
Well, you still have to do the due diligence in the field. Make them earn the victory. And this time, Vipin Singh has remained motionless. Has he been run out here? Well, drama at the ICC Academy. Rohan Mustafa, who had stepped out, Mohammad Kashif, the keeper, rightly having a shy at the wickets. And he hit the bullseye.
Rohan was going for a walk there. He didn't realize that the keeper is going to throw it. He missed that shot. Look at that. Missed it completely. In fact, he let it go. He just walked, trying to have a conversation with the non-striker Yasir Khalif. He didn't realize that the keeper might just throw. Oh, that looked close, didn't it? I think he's just got his bat down on time.
Yeah, you're right. He just got it down in time. Good thinking there from Kashif. He's been switched on. Rohan Mustafa taking a few liberties out there. You still have to respect the game, my man. It can always come back to bite you. Full length delivery, just hit down the ground, and look at that streak in the outfield. Very, very dewy, very, very heavy now. Plenty of water sitting on the surface.
Yeah, becomes very difficult to bowl, especially in the night when you're bowling second. Lots of wiping to do. See the towels out. It can be very difficult to grip the ball. To nail those Yorkers sometimes in the death overs can be very risky because you end up bowling full tosses, half lengthers.
Really is very difficult out there for the fast man. Trying to swing that wet ball. The seam gets obliterated very quickly. Oh, Yasir Khalif at his best. Look at that square drive. Just fast hands through the ball. And it's lasered away for 4. What a shot.
His feet didn't move an inch, did they? Just stood there. It's the wrists and the bat doing all the work.
Magical wrists of Yasir Khalif. Nothing wrong with the delivery at all. Just his pure skill and artistry. Wonderful shot. And now you can see the body language for 70 has changed. Now the shoulders have slumped.
Can be very cruel this game for fast bowlers. You bowl on the off stump line, you think you're bowling well, it's a good line to bowl.
Oh, top edge. And drops in front of short fine. Has he taken it? Yes, he has. Yasir Khalif has walked.
Good change-up delivery. Very good change-up delivery, Abdul Ghaffar. He went full, got hit for a 4. This time he drops it short. Yasir Khalif thought he had an opportunity to hit that behind fine leg, but all he got was a top edge, and it went straight to the fielder, which is a good catch by the short fine leg there.
Oh yeah, that was well taken. Just his tumble wasn't exactly as fluent as his catch. So Yasir Khalif, 14 of 19, 98 for 3. New batter in is Syed Haider Wasisha, the young dynamo. He's been in brilliant form over the last 6 months or so. He's really flipped a switch, and I'm really glad to hear the national selectors have an eye on this boy. Brilliant fielder, hard-hitting batter. He's really transformed himself into this finisher's role in T20. And under the apprenticeship of Rohan Mustafa, he has a big future ahead of him. Meanwhile, Mohammad Zamir Abbasi back into the attack. Well, he needs to fix that economy rate. Forced off the back foot by Rohan. And he will match Haider Wasisha stride for stride. Both absolutely electric between the 22 yards.
Yes, Zamir will be looking at his figures and the figures of the rest of the spinners tonight and wondering, what have I done wrong? Why are my numbers looking that ugly?
Well, then he'll look at Asif Khan and his smile will fade. Absolutely carted him all over the place, through the covers, down the ground, on the leg side, and just about 25 runs away from victory. So Wasi, he is an expert finisher these days. Will be interesting to see his approach. Does he just want to knock it around or look to be positive? Down the leg side, fired in. Good take by the keeper.
Not many to defend, and bowling wides is not going to help. Again, very easy to say from here, but that ball isn't gripping very easily. There's lots of dew out there. Keeps getting wet. Those towels keep coming out.
Well, I think 70 can still take a moral victory from this performance. It's not like they'll be shot out for 123 every day. That too against a top side, but they've battled right till the end. They haven't made it easy for the likes of Asif Khan, Yasir Kaleem, Hamid Khan. Genuinely dismiss them, and that will give them a lot of encouragement. Plenty of matches for them to come in the Arabian Cricket League.
Yeah, Zamir now, he's given up flighting that delivery, because the last time he did that, he got taken to all parts. He's just starting them in now.
Struck on the pad and turned down by Asif Iqbal. Well, that looked mighty close to me, Samir.
Yeah, if at all, maybe a little higher or down the leg side, given as leg by, so definitely no inside edge there. Let's take a look at that again. They're probably going down leg. We've been talking about how there's no turn at all for any of the spinners, and that's probably what saved Wasisha.
Yeah, I think that's a top decision from Asif Iqbal. Looked close on first viewing, but certainly sliding down leg. Umpiring has been of an extremely high standard throughout the ACL. Consistency is the name of the game. Reverse from Rohan, but didn't connect. He was looking for that gap behind point. Always keeping the bowlers on their toes. Rohan Mustafa.
He's kept a keen eye on that field. You can see that third man, fine leg are both up, which generally would be for a spinner. There is a deep extra cover, more like a deep point position, protecting that boundary there.
Slashed behind point, but there is the sweeper out there. Didn't get it as fine as he would have liked. So plenty of candidates for the player of the match tonight. We've seen Hazrat Luqman pick up 4 for Rohan Mustafa, wickets and runs. Mohammad Azhar bowled a brilliant spell. And he might be on the losing side, but Shahid Nawaz, he's bowled really well, made some runs as well, as did Abdul Ghaffar.
It's going to be a tough choice for the adjudicators to decide who gets that man of the match award. Been a few good performances. Look at that. Look at that. An underarm throw. And because of which the batters, realizing, very good on Rohan's part, recognizing that that throw is going to take some time to come, they cross over for an extra. So that's a double there to end the over. It's 104 for 4.
So Abdul Ghaffar going to bowl out here. It's the last resort for 7 districts. Drill down the ground and no chance for the long on.
Shot in anger, that one from Rohan Mustafa. It's like he's got all this built up pressure and anger inside him. And that's the kind of shot you play when you want to release all of that.
Yeah, that thwack was heard right here in the comm box as well. Even though we're behind at least 15 millimeters of glass, he timed it so well. And Abdul Ghaffar, he's had a forgettable day with the ball in hand.
Rohan looks like he wants to finish things off in this over. 16 more.
Well, if he can take 16 off Ghaffar, that will certainly be talked about in the UAE domestic circles. One of the premier fast bowlers we have. Of course, he is taking on a world-class all-rounder in Rohan. So the challenge has been laid down. Oh, and that slash over point once again. Glorious batting, Rohan Mustafa.
Yeah, when he hits them extremely hard, doesn't he? Feel sorry for the ball there. It's taken some serious hitting today. Most of it off the bat of Asif Khan to begin with, and now Rohan Mustafa.
He's so intelligent at creating those angles. Over point, down the ground. Hitting his favored zones. Not letting the spinners settle as well. Immediately trying those paddles and reverses. He can be an absolute nightmare for any bowling side when he's on song. And tonight, he's most certainly been on song.
And he's a chatty guy, isn't he? You saw him fielding down here at long off, close to us, having deep conversations with his teammates. And then when he's gone to bat, he's also spoken to the bowler, the keeper. Keeps having conversations.
He's a combative character. He loves the challenge. Whether it be a club game or at the World Cup, he plays at 100 miles per hour, Rohan Mustafa. Oh, was trying that paddle. Just telegraphed it a bit and Ghaffar pulled his length back. Just having a quiet word with the bowler as well.
Yeah, I'm told he's good friends with the man in form for Zimbabwe, Sikandar Raza. These two exchange quite a bit of conversation between the two of them, both all-rounders in their own right. One man doing very well for his country, Zimbabwe, putting them on the cricketing map again. Rohan Mustafa here.
Sikandar Raza, outstanding player of the World T20 so far. Absolutely brilliant in the qualifiers. And then player of the match, taking down the mighty green and yellow of my beloved Pakistan. That win is still smarting, but they deserved it for sure. Was he just nudging that into mid-wicket and the pushing for 2? Well, look at that running between the wickets. Absolutely brilliant intent.
And that was once again Rohan Mustafa who pushed him to come back for that 2. Just hit that very gently on the leg side. He knew the fielders are parked on the boundary lines deep, trying to wait for that catch. And it's going to take some time for them to come in front and cut it off. And because of that, they're able to run 2. And the secret of that was they ran the first one harder.
Well, a side like footprint defenders need to take a lesson from these two about running between the wickets. Look how they're pressurizing the outfielders. Oh, what a shot, Wasisha! Steps into that one. That has come out of nowhere. To do that to Abdul Ghaffar, that's a special hit from the youngster.
And that was bowled with some pace. Saeed Haider, wow, what a shot that was. Playing through the line, nice and straight behind the bowler for a maximum.
Well, I've seen this lad play for the last 3 years, but he's been completely transformed. That confidence he has in his batting these days. And he goes downtown once again. Mid-off is up. And, oh, this could be a boundary. Could it be a boundary? Could this be the winning runs? We'll need to consult the TV umpire. If nothing else, the scores are level. Or have they just taken one? Yes, it was just 1 run. So the contest is still alive. Wonderful lofted shot once again, mid-off. Gave it a desperate chase. Yeah, he's reined it in. That's good work from Haider Ali. Well, it looks like it's going to be the skipper to deliver the last rites of this match. In the end, a relatively comfortable win for Future Mattress. And young Wasi showing respect to the seniors. He wants Rohan Mustafa to hit the winning runs. What a good lad.
Just a formality from here on. And of course, yes, Wasi Shah, like you said, he's got the mentorship of someone like Rohan Mustafa. He's only going to go places from here. The captain brings himself on to finish things off. It's been a comprehensive and a dominant performance from Future Mattress. Yes, they may have slided a bit when batting through that halfway mark. There was a bit of belief that came back to 7 district, but other than that, it's been very, very dominant from Future Mattress.
Absolutely spot on. Well summarized, Samir. And there it is. The winning runs struck by the captain. Oh no, he's refused the single. What's going on here? Maybe he wants a better delivery. Wants to smash it out of the park, maybe. Refusing the single. Well, I don't think 70 will enjoy that. But when you lose with 4.5 overs to spare, that's what happens. You don't get to decide. This time they will push it into the covers. And Wasi Shah has sent back Rohan Mustafa. Some comedy here at the ICC Academy.
This seems almost disrespectful to the bowlers, doesn't it? Rohan Mustafa wants to finish it off in style. That's what he's thinking. There's 1 run needed. Maybe he's looking for that loose one to try and hit that huge 6 and finish it off in style. But I'm not sure too many people will be a fan of what's happening here.
Yeah, it's slightly cheeky. Not required. And this time he's just smoked this to extra cover. And that will put the exclamation mark on a comfortable victory for Future Mattress. They have outclassed 7 districts with a comfortable margin of 6-wicket victory. Very nicely done. Rohan Mustafa with the winning runs.
Yeah, strong on paper, Future Mattress, and also strong on the day in the grounds. 127 for 4. They end up winning the match quite comfortably with 6 wickets in hand and 4 plus overs to go. So Asif Khan at the top alongside Hamid Khan doing all the damage. Got off to a real flyer. They are 42 of 32 for him. Yasir Karim came 1 down. Had a good partnership with Asif Khan. 14 of 19 for him. And then when things were looking a little bit shaky for Future Mattress, in came Rohan Mustafa. Brought in all his experience to play that cameo of 31 of 20, ably assisted by the young Saeed Haider Wasi Shah. 12 of 7 for him to finish things off quite comfortably in the end and to win by 6 wickets. As for the bowling, well, it was always going to be difficult defending 123. It got even more difficult in the first few overs when Asif Khan took both the bowlers, Abdul Ghaffar and Zamir, to the cleaners. In the middle, Hafiz Almas, Haider Ali, Farooq and Nawaz bowled really well, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough for these bowlers because they were defending a very low score of 123, and despite their best efforts, Future Mattress losing just 4 wickets to get to that total of 123. Well, that's what happened today then. 7 districts been put into bat first, scored 123. All out for 123. Lukman Hazrat, the pick of the bowlers for Future Mattress, picking up 4 wickets, just under 3 overs. It was the spinners at the top who did all the damage. Asif Mumtaz and Azhar, 3 and 2 for them. And then Future Mattress, led by Asif Khan's 42 and Rohan Mustafa's 31, went on to win the match quite comfortably by 6 wickets. Shahid Nawaz with 2 wickets. Right, then the next game will be Dubai Gymkhana versus the International Warriors right here. Match number 15 at the ICC Academy Oval Grounds. This is the ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023. And we'll be bringing these to you live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Well then, in a short while, we'll be joining Ahmed Khaja for the post-match presentation. Until then, it's goodbye and good night.
ਐਵੇਂ ਫਸ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਡੀਓ ਟੈਸਟ ਓਕੇ Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome everyone to the post-match presentation of the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League, powered by Fancourt. Before we begin, firstly we would like to thank the ICC Academy and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of a tournament. We would also like to thank our sponsors, title sponsor SkyX.net, official streaming partner Fancourt, and our event partner TCM. The 14th match of the tournament, Future Mattress has defeated 7 districts by 6 wickets. Commencing ahead, we will now be announcing the name of the player of the match. The award will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee, and the player of the match award goes to Hazrat Luqman for his 4 wickets for just 16 runs. As 7 district was shot out for 123, it was his bowling at the death that took care of the tail. हज़रत लुकमान पहला मैच है आपका फ्यूचर मैट्रेस के लिए और आते ही प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड कैसे कर लिया आपने
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम सबसे पहले तो मैं अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ कि इतनी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस हो गई बस यही है कि कप्तान ने जो प्लान दिया उसी पे काम किया अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कामयाब हो गया सक्सेस हो गया
अच्छा हमने देखा है कि इस ग्राउंड में जब रात का मैच होता है तो बहुत नमी होती है काफ़ी मुश्किल होता है फास्ट बॉलर्स के लिए तो उनको आप क्या एडवाइस देंगे कि इस ग्राउंड पे फास्ट बॉलिंग कैसे करते हैं इन कंडीशंस पे
आई थिंक बॉल को जितना ट्राई कर सकते हैं तो कर ले कोशिश करे उसके बाद वेरिएशन पे काम करे जितना वेरिएशन करेगा तो बचत होगी अदरवाइज एक लाइन पे बॉल करोगे तो मार पड़ती है
और वैसे हमने देखा है आप बॉलिंग के लिए तो जाने जाते ही हो लेकिन आपकी बैटिंग कभी लगी हुई है रोहन मुस्तफ़ा से आपने बात की है कि मुझे बैटिंग भी दो
जी जी बिल्कुल उन्होंने मेरे मैचेस देखकर उन्होंने कहा कि इंशाल्लाह जब आपकी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी बिल्कुल आपको हम भेजेंगे बैटिंग पे
और ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड आप किसके नाम करना चाहेंगे
ये मैं अपने कैप्टन के नाम पे
Zabardast performance, Luki. Well played.
थैंक यू
Well, that was the tall fast bowler for Future Mattress, Hazrat Luqman, 4 for on the night and a player of the match performance. That's all from the Arabian Cricket League for today. Join us tomorrow for more live action from the ICC Academy. We'll see you then. Good night.